be if we just mixed it up a little bit.
It would confuse the audience. The comedy fans would come and laugh at come to a drama and laugh at all the tragic moments. The musical fans will come to a comedy and beat time to the jokes.
Or soft during the mystery.
They may still do that. Oh, now, Aggie, whose side are you on anyway?
I'm on the side of sanity, but it doesn't look like there's much of that around here.
Well, I'm all set. Anyone else ready to give it a go?
Oh, relax, Saul. We're all much too tense tonight. Why do we keep snapping at each other so much? 3 days till opening and usually we're kidding around and having a marvelous time.
You want my opinion? We're running scared.
Scared of what?
In our own way, Smitty, we're just as perfection-minded as the author. We want the show to be a smash, not a smash-up. Amen.
We'll get it. Somehow, no matter how awful a rehearsal is, we always manage to pull it off.
Polly, that is with a printed script. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, this typewritten stuff is all right. It's all the revisions that are killing us.
But Phyllis gave her solemn word.
It's the only type of word she knows. She probably never giggled in her life.
And she promised the same thing last week, Polly, and then she showed up on Monday with 3 new scenes.
I wish she'd stop changing the identity of the murderer. I don't know whether to radiate menace or to turn the pants off everyone.
Well, you won't do either just standing there, will you? Come on, people, let's see if we can get it through to the curtain without stopping.
We better. I've got to get home and study for biology exam.
Wait, Smitty. Jared, you want to take it from the top or where?
No, let's take it from Violet's line when Smitty made her entrance too early and do the page we left out.
I don't remember what my line is.
Righty, throw her a cue.
Just let me find the place. All right, okay, Violet, I'll give you Billy's line and we'll take it from there.
Okay.
But Lady Margaret, he might have had motor trouble.
Yes, indeed. I do hope that he hasn't had an... Oh, no, wait. Hold on a minute, I'll get it.
I certainly hope so.
Quiet, Polly. Go on, Violet.
I hope that he hasn't had an accident. These roads can be treacherous at night.
Is that right?
No. That was treacherous. Wait for lecherous.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Well, whose line is it?
It's Polly's.
Oh my. Let me see.
It's...
Oh, no, don't tell me, I'll get it.
I certainly hope so.
Oh, wait, I got it. Violet, would you?
Roads can be treacherous at night.
Don't say such a thing, Diana. It might make one think that perhaps there was some truth after all in that story about the curse.
Nonsense, my dear. There's no such thing as a curse.
And yet, everyone who has ever owned the Deli Diamond. Jerry, we have to call it that? It sounds like it comes from a delicatessen.
That's because you're not sounding out the H, Billy. It's Del-he, not Deli.
Polly, H is silence. Pronounced deli.
Can we please go on? I've got to go home and study for that exam.
No, wait, Smitty. Billy's actually got a point here. It does sound like it belongs next to the liverwurst. I mean, it looks all right in the script, but it sounds just plain silly.
Okay, say, we'll call it the Calcutta Diamond.
You can't do that. Phyllis Montague chose those words because of its alliteration. Del-he Diamond.
Okay. So we'll alliterate. We'll call it the Calcutta Carbuncle.
Carbuncle?
Yeah, it's a big stone like a ruby, a garnet cut, what you call it? A cabochon.
Sounds like a big zit.
So do you.
Oh, stop it. Now, there must be another gem we can use.
You shouldn't tamper with Phyllis's dialogue. She won't like it.
She'll like it a lot less if her Deli Diamond gets a laugh.
Jerry's right, my dear. We should change the name.
Well,
Oh, I got it! Let's call it the Ranch of Ruby.
Ah, hey, I like that. It's got class.
but whatever will we tell Phyllis?
Just tell her she rewrote it that way. She's made so many revisions, she'll probably believe it.
Well, let's hope so. Meanwhile, children, can we get back to the play?
Jerry, do you want me to write that change in or not?
Sure, but why don't you pencil it in just in case?
Gotcha. How do you spell ranch?
Fake it! No one needs to read it but you! Now, everyone, let's take it from Billy's line when Lord Dudley scoffs at the curse.
And yet, everyone who has ever owned the Rancho Ruby has always met with a dreadful demise.
There, you see, I knew it. Phyllis chose those words for their double alliteration. Delhi Diamond and dreadful demise.
Who gives a damn?
Now, see here.
Oh, Henry, for once I agree with Saul. Who gives a damn? Go on, Billy.
And yet, everyone who has ever owned the Rancho Ruby has always met with a rotten requiem.
Come on, Billy, you sound like an elocution teacher.
Well, so does Phyllis Montague.
Really?
Yeah, it double alliterates, doesn't it?
Okay, now, don't. Billy, leave the lines ending written as is.
And yet, everyone who has ever owned the Rancho Ruby has always met with a dreadful demise.
But Sir Percival doesn't own the diamond, the ruby, anymore. Not since he sold it to Lord Dudley for Lady Margaret's collection.
Nevertheless, Percival did own it. That might be enough.
Oh, see here, Dr. Forbes. You're a man of science. Surely you don't believe in curses.
I only know that there are certain things, or strange things that is, in the history of India. Things that defy rational explanation.
Nonsense, sir. Poppycock, sheer superstitious drivel.
Quite possibly, Lord Dudley, and yet,
And yet?
where is Sir Percival?
Well, quite frankly, I'm glad he's not here.
Why, Diana, what a thing to say.
I mean it. Sir Percival is no gentleman.
What's you trying to say?
Well, whenever he looks at me, I can feel as though his hands are moving all over my body.
But he is a knight of the realm.
He's a disgusting toad, and such toads can be lecherous at night.
Begging your pardon, my lord. Shall we delay dinner any longer?
No.
Louise!
Isn't that where the phone rings? Oh, wait, I turned 2 pages at once. Sorry about that.
Sorry, she says. If she does that during the performance,
She won't, Polly. She won't. Now, Louise, you've got to be more careful.
Look on the bright side. Now you know the phone bell works.
That woman, I could just...
You couldn't. Louise has a black belt in karate.
How do you know I haven't?
Maybe in your dreams.
That does it, I'm through.
No, honey, don't be hasty. I was only kidding. Better go and apologize.
What was that crash? Oh.
Well, what do we do now?
We can't work around her. She's got herself in damn near every scene.
Well, not the love scene in Act 2. We could do that one.
Oh, but couldn't we wait until we have the real sofa? Those wooden chairs are awfully uncomfortable to cuddle on.
When do we get the real sofa, Aggie?
We were supposed to have it 2 days ago.
Well, can you call and find out?
I can try.
You want to look at that corduroy wall, Jerry?
Yes, those braces have me worried.
You and me both. I put 6 2x4s on it. The thing's still around beside the sill.
Oh,
Well, I guess I better go hit that old biology book.
You have it here?
Why not? The amount of time I spend waiting to make my entrance, I could study for 3 exams.
Well, what do you say, Violet?
All right. Ready when you are.
All right. On your marks, get set. Oh, Diana. I was seeking Lady Margaret.
Lady Margaret is in the garden cutting roses, Stephen. She may be gone for some time.
I see. Would you mind if I waited for her here?
Naturally not.
Might I sit?
If you're so inclined.
Diana,
Yes, Stephen?
would you take offense if I were to...
Oh, Stephen, what is it that you're trying to say?
Oh, dash it all, Diana. Must we play at words? You know the message that longs to cry out from within my heart.
Is it possible? Do I dare for a moment imagine that the message in your heart is the self-same message that cries out from within my own?
Can it be true? Do I dare to dream?
Oh, have a care, sir, have a care. You know I'm betrothed to another man.
And yet you do not draw away.
Oh, Stephen, can you not reason out why?
I am almost afraid to.
Then cease your noble trepidation, Stephen Sellers. For though I'm a high-born lady, I'm also a woman.
illustrious fiancé. He shall not have you. Oh, Diana.
Oh, Stephen.
What's all that clattering? Look at you on a real sofa.
Oh, come on now, please.
I didn't see a thing, not a thing.
Oh, Billy, you don't think she suspects, do you?
How could she? I didn't suspect a thing until just a moment ago.
Oh, darling, neither did I. Is anybody here? Billy, that sounded like Miss Montague.
Tonight? No, she promised she wouldn't come back until dress rehearsal.
Did you all hear what I heard?
Sounded like Phyllis.
Probably with 5 new pages of dialogue for you.
How are you all?
Why, Phyllis! We weren't expecting you. At least not tonight.
Oh, I know. I'm being a naughty girl, Geraldine. But I have so many new and good things to share with you that I couldn't possibly wait till the dress rehearsal.
Oh, that's a mercy.
More changes, Phyllis. But we open in 4 nights.
I know. That's why I decided to stop by tonight. This would be much too much to have to learn in one night.
And what makes you think we can do it in 3?
Don't be a tease, Henry. It's really quite simple. I simply added one character and cut the love scene.
Cut the love scene?
Oh, perhaps I said it too strongly. It's not cut precisely, it's just moved from Act 2 to Act 1.
Oh, man, that's not so bad.
But it's not between Diana and Stephen anymore.
Well, then between who else?
Yeah, the Lord and Lady are already married. You can't mean the doctor and the maid, can you?
Oh, I didn't make myself clear. Diana still does the scene, but now it's with Sir Percival.
What? But Phyllis,
How did you do it? Well, I start to think that a knight of the round would be a better catch for Diana than a rich commoner like Stephen.
Phyllis, I didn't say why. I said, how can you do it? We don't have a Sir Percival in the play.
exactly, Phyllis. Everyone always refers to him, but he never actually appears.
Besides, it's kind of rough on Diana if you make that switch, considering I bump off Percival before I get to the house.
You do?
Don't you even remember your own plot, Phyllis?
Well, yes, of course I do, but where does it say so?
Well, we never actually see it done, but once we realize that Percival has vanished and that Rex is bringing the famous gemstone that he's supposed to be bringing, we figure out who killed him. You see?
Murder? Well, I never thought of it as a murder. I thought that Rex picked Percival's pockets and perhaps drained the petrol from the tank of his car to keep her from the party. After all, murder is so
So popular with our patrons.
And we're already advertising it as a murder mystery.
Are we open in 4 nights, Phyllis? We don't have time to audition Percivals.
Oh, but I've written you all the most loveliest of lines. Won't you at least read them?
I'm pregnant!
What?
No, I mean Diana is, but who's the father?
Oh, that's on sheet 3. Lord Dudley?
Don't be an idiot, Polly.
Well, yes, but it was a bit of a shock.
Wait, Phyllis, this is crazy. If Lord Dudley and Diana have only just met, how can he possibly be the father?
That's on sheet 5.
Amnesia!
Well, that explains why he doesn't remember their meeting.
But if she's pregnant, Diana must remember something.
Oh, that's on page 7. You see, it was a very dark night and stormy.
Oh, Phyllis, this is entirely impossible. I mean, the entire thrust of the plot is altered. Everyone has a brand new motivation for what they do.
But surely with a little work.
In the next 4 days?
We couldn't do it in the next 4 months.
But I worked so hard.
And we haven't? Oh, Phyllis, it is far too late to make these changes at this late date.
But they're just little changes.
Little? What about the ending if Stephen and Diana are supposed to get married? Won't her being pregnant put a little bit of a crimp on the festivities?
I never thought of that. I'm working on it.
There's more changes coming?
Did you say something about your mother?
I was wondering about my mother, because you know, when I first tried out for this play, she insisted on looking over the script because she didn't want me in a play full of sex. If Diana's pregnant, I'm going to have to quit the show.
Oh, but she's only 2 months pregnant. I mean, it won't show.
Mother thinks ahead.
What's this? Lady Margaret goes into shock at the news of Diana's